Hello friends, I'm a student of statistics, and in this presentation I'm going to solve an easy problem from my subject. The data for this problem was taken from a poll which was done in February 2002 to get an idea about what people in the US think about the events organized in the Winter Olympic Games in Salt Lake City. The total sample size for this survey was taken as 1,011 adult people. We used the data from this study to validate the claim that more than 30% of Americans consider that figure skating is their favorite event in the Winter Olympics. Now, in part 1 of the problem, we were given that the proportion was actually found out to be 32% in the population in the study. Now, say for the sake of argument, we assume that this proportion is actually 30% or 0.3 when compared to a scale of 0 to 1 in the actual full American population. And assuming this, we need to calculate that the estimate obtained from the sample population is larger than what is obtained in our case, that is 0.3. That is, if the estimate is taken as p hat, then we have to obtain the probability that p hat is greater than or equal to 0.3. Now, to obtain this, we first observe that a person either says that figure skating is their favorite event or not. That is, this is a binomial model, and as we know, for a binomial model of sample n subsamples, for a binomial model of sample size n, the standard deviation is square root of p hat into 1 minus p hat by n, and in our case p hat is 0.32 and n is 0.011. So the standard deviation comes out to be square root of 0.32 into 1 minus 0.32 divided by 0.011, which is equal to 0.015. Now, to obtain our required tail probability, we use normal approximation because the sample size here is quite large, and using this approximation, the probability comes out to be p hat, probability that p hat greater than 0.32 is equal to, we first scale it by the mean of the population and standard deviation of the population, and that is equal to 1 minus large phi of 1.360, where large phi is the nominal CDF, and this equals 0.086. This is our required probability. Assuming the mean of the population is 0.3, we get the sample proportion more than 0.32. Now, in part 2, based on the probability obtained in part 1, we have to conclude that whether the claim holds that more than 30% of Americans say that figure skating is their favorite Winter Olympic event. Now, to obtain the solution for this part, we observe first that the null hypothesis here is that 30% of Americans say that figure skating is their favorite event. So, in this case, if the tail probability is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis, and if the tail probability is more than 0.05, we accept the null hypothesis at 95% confidence level. So, as we can see, obtained in part 1, the tail probability is 0.086, which is of course more than 0.05. So, we accept the null hypothesis and conclude that the claim that more than 30% of Americans say that figure skating is their favorite event is wrong. The proportion can actually be taken as 30%, of course with 95% confidence level. So, this concludes my presentation. Thank you.